pastel goth is my aesthetic. Okay, so the first one that I saw right here is like one that I've known for a really long time. Like the first aesthetic that I've ever like thought of as an aesthetic is baddie. When I think of baddie, I think of Instagram baddie, and honestly, I don't really like it. But like, I don't know. Like, look at this picture. It's literally a girl wearing a camouflage Supreme shirt with ripped skinny jeans on. So we're gonna put that one in. Why? Why? I mean, I guess if it makes you happy, then do what you want. Synthwave. Synthwave aesthetic. When I think of synthwave, I just think of like edits. Like those soothing aesthetics that edits that will just like calm you down or something like that. I really like this one. It's super. So I'm gonna put it with I love these because it's a very good one. Nostalgia core. I think that one's kind of cool, but like it's sort of the same as like Y2K. In my opinion, I feel like they're just like the same thing. Nostalgia and Y2K, they both like sort of dress the same and they like give off the same vibe. So I'm gonna put it in like they're all right because it's not like the best aesthetic ever, but it's also like not bad. So I think that's an adequate place to put it. Hip hop. I think that's like Snoop Dogg. No. And who's that one person you listen to all the time? Tupac on the cover for that aesthetic. I literally called him Snoop Dogg, but Tupac for that aesthetic. I mean,
That's so embarrassing.
For who?
For you.
No.
What?
But for this one, I feel like I also feel like they dress.
Tupac with Snoop Dogg. They don't even look alike.
No, but it's a small picture. Like it's a small picture, like this
Let me
big.
see.
Look. Like
Which one?
it just said hip hop, and then the first person to come to mind.
It's Tupac. It does not look like Snoop Dogg.
Well, because I said
No.
Snoop Dogg, and then I was like, wait, that's Tupac. I think hip hop is like a little bit overrated. I mean, it's fun and like groovy, but I'll put this one in they're alright. This one is like the rave one, the rave aesthetic. I feel like that's really fun, but it's also like well, I feel like the rave would be really fun. Like, I want to go to rave. Like, that'd be fun. I would get, like, destroyed. But I'm going to put it in these are cool because raves just seem cool. They seem like the epiphany of cool, you know? Probably one of my favorite aesthetics on here is the angel core. It's just so pretty. And it reminds me of old money. Like, the stuff they would have on, like, the ceilings and the walls. So that one is going to be in the best that there is, because it's literally like the prettiest aesthetic there is, and it's just so happy and I love it, and it makes me feel accomplished even though I haven't done anything with it. Also, some of these aesthetics I don't know, like I've literally never heard of them, so I'm gonna skip over them. So if I don't like do all of these, that's why. It's because I've never heard of it or don't know what it is. E-girl and e-boy, like I don't really like this one just because they're kind of like, well, they're fine. They're just there. I mean, I don't really, like, have any problems with, like, the e-boy aesthetic or, like, the e-girl aesthetic. But I feel like they're kind of, I don't know. I'm just going to put it in they're alright because they low-key kind of scare me sometimes. So we're gonna leave it at that. One of the funnest aesthetics on here is hippie. Like, I know hippies are, like, stinky and gross most of the time. But, like, hippies have the most fun. Like, I know for a fact that they have so much fun. Like, they just travel in their Volkswagen vans, live their best life, don't shower. Like, why waste time on showering when you could be partying? That's the truth. So I'm putting in hippie, and I love this because I love hippie. Like, I wouldn't be a hippie personally, but they're pretty legit. Okay, and I feel like I should have already said this, but Y2K is also going to be in they're alright, because it's sort of the same as, like, the nostalgia core. I feel like those are, like, really close to being the exact same. So I'm putting those in the same one right next to each other because they're like pretty much the same thing to me. VSCO is also literally one of my favorite aesthetics. This one is going in the I love this because summer 2019 VSCO was like VSCO girls. That was the highlight. That was the peak of TikTok. And overall, VSCO was like, the VSCO aesthetic is just one of the best aesthetics when it's used correctly, you know, not like overly used, but I love the VSCO one. Another one that I think is like really funny, the Barbiecore one is really pretty too for like other people. Like not for me, but like when I see other people with with this aesthetic, it's literally so pretty, and I know literally everyone pulls it off. So it's so literally one of my favorite aesthetics for like to see other people in, if you know what I'm saying. Like not for me personally, but when I see other people in it, it's like, oh yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Oh, okay. So the indie kid aesthetic is an aesthetic that used to be really popular. I feel, and now only some people really like it. I personally used to want to be indie, but now I don't, which is a blessing. But I don't really like indie anymore because indie is overused and indie people are low-key mean now. So we're gonna put it in the Y because indie kids are so quarantine. I mean, so 2020. Leave it in 2020, please. Vaporwave, I feel like, is the same thing as synthwave. They sort of look the same and they kind of give me the same vibe. I honestly never really heard of vaporwave, but I'm just gonna assume that it's kind of the same as like aesthetic edits and like calming edits and stuff like that. So I'm putting it with I love these because it's probably the same thing as synthwave. So I'm putting it in the same one so that they can thrive together. Kidcore is really fun. I love kidcore. I feel like kidcore gets like mixed around, and indie has a lot of kidcore in it. But I seem to really like. I mean, I don't really like. Well, I don't know. Should I put it in these are cool or they're alright? I'll put it in these are cool because I don't think I'd be doing it justice if it was next to the e-girl and e-boys. But I think kidcore is like a really fun one. I don't know. I don't know what kidcore is about because it's kind of similar to indie, but I don't really like indie. But I like kidcore kind of, so kind of weird. One that I've never heard about before this was animecore, but like from the cover of the picture, it honestly looks really aesthetic. I'm gonna put it in the they're alright, just because I don't really know much about it, but it looks aesthetic and it looks satisfying, so I'll just put it right there. Artho is is that Tumblr? I think that's Tumblr. Like, that reminds me of like Tumblr vibes. I never had Tumblr because I was like a fetus when Tumblr was trending, but that sort of gives me what Tumblr is. Artho. I mean, Artho is like kind of weird. I don't really like it. I'm gonna put it in the Y, just because I feel like it was okay for a second, but now that it's not Tumblr era anymore, I think we should just keep it in the past and have it as a distant memory. Dark Academia makes me think of like Harry Potter and stuff. I really like it. Well, if I'm even thinking of the right thing, I'm putting in these are cool because Dark Academia, I can't even say it, Academia is like a really cool one. I like how it's like castles and stuff. It's just really like old money again. So I really like that one. I just like it. It's really aesthetic and I don't know, it just makes it seem so classy and stuff. I really enjoy Dark Academia. Also, tell me how to say that. Academia. Goth is a really different kind of aesthetic. I've honestly, like, it's kind of scary to me sometimes, honestly, goth, but I think it's really cool. It's really unique. I'm gonna put it in there alright just because low-key scary sometimes, but that's really outgoing for them. I love, like, honestly, I really like how they can just pull off all black, like completely all black, 100% black, like they only wear black. But yeah, it's in that section. Plant Mom is also one that I feel like is kind of Tumblr-y, but I also really like plants, and I really like the Pinterest plants, so I'm gonna put it in there alright because Plant Mom, I feel like, is, like I already said, is more Tumblr-y than Pinteresty, but I think maybe there's some redemption left for Plant Mom, but mainly it's kind of dead, so they're alright. Preppy is like a school uniform kind of vibe to me. I don't really see the I mean, it's kind of cute sometimes, so I'm gonna put it in there alright. Because it's not like a bad aesthetic, but I also feel like, what's the point? But it's also kind of cute sometimes. Like, I feel like low-key preppy is okay. But, like, 100%, like, that's my aesthetic and that's what I live by. I feel like you should turn it back. Tone it down just a little. I guess adventure core is, like, speaks for itself. It's just adventures. I'm gonna put it in the, it's alright. Because, I mean, it's fun to explore, but adventure core, that sounds like adventure time. Just that one word. But, yeah, I'm putting in, it's alright. Rainbow core is probably just like, you love rainbow. I kind of like that. I'll put it in the, they're alright. Because, I don't know. Rainbow, like, having everything rainbow, I feel like would be a little overwhelming. But, I mean, a low rainbow isn't that bad. Clown core, that one's just why. Why would anyone want to be a clown core type of person? Like, that's... Oh, tropical. I gotta love tropical. Another one of my favorites. It's going in, like, the best aesthetic there is. Because tropical is... Who doesn't like tropical? Like, the Bahamas or Bora Bora. I want to go to Bora Bora. Because, I mean, who doesn't? The water is, like, crystal clear and it's turquoise. Me. I want that. I want to be there. In the cabanas. Right on the ocean. So pretty. I love tropical. Pirate. I feel like pirate... It was good in the then. It was good then, but now it's just... We don't really need pirates anymore. Pirates are... The only person who can pull off pirates is Johnny Depp. Sorry. And anyone in Pirates of the Caribbean, they're the only ones allowed to be pirates. Just them. Nautical is probably another one that's just like sailing and going in your boat all the time. So I'll put that in like... They're alright. I don't really see a problem with it, but like... Again, why would you want driving a boat be your aesthetic? I don't know. I don't know why someone would want that, but if you like that, you do you. Fairy core, that one's a really pretty core. I'm gonna say these are cool. Well, yeah, I'll put in these are cool just because I'm running out of space and they're alright. And it's just a really pretty one, and I don't know. There's really nothing wrong with fairies, like Tinkerbell and stuff.
Tinkerbell.
Oh my god, royal core, that one is gonna be in the best one too because I would love to be like a prince or something, like a king. Just for the aesthetic. Again, the old money type of beat. That would be kind of great. I don't really see any problems with being a king or a prince. Well, I'd probably want to be a prince just because I wouldn't have to do like much. And because I know the king and like the queen actually do stuff, but the prince is just there like vibing until he has to become king. But that I would want that. That'd be fun. Those are literally all of the aesthetics that I know in here. Like, I don't really know the rest of them. Like, I feel like I have kind of an idea for the rest of them, but I also don't just want to assume. So, that's pretty much going to be it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.